Most Americans believe they will need to acquire more than $1 million to retire comfortably.
Only 36% of Americans feel that their retirement planning is actually on track.
Do you know the retirement crisis is getting worse and making the American dream a living nightmare? Well, the truth is that American retirement dream is rapidly turning into a nightmare, and it's a conversation we cannot ignore. The sad truth is that millions of hard-working Americans are facing the harsh reality that they may never retire, let alone live the retirement they've always dreamed of. Unlike previous generations who could rely on Social Security, personal savings, and employer-sponsored plans to secure their future, these systems are crumbling before our eyes. Economists are sounding the alarm, warning that many middle-class Americans will be sorely disappointed when they realize they'll have to work much longer than they had planned. Shockingly, research reveals that the vast majority of US workers approaching retirement age have saved enough to provide a meager annual income of only $3,600. To make matters worse, they'll need about 20 times that amount to cover basic expenses and the soaring costs of healthcare. In this video, we shed light on the dire state of the retirement market and the looming crisis that threatens to leave America in shambles. But before we continue, we kindly ask for your support by giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. Your engagement allows us to keep providing valuable information. With the ever-increasing cost of living, the dream of retirement is fading away, except for the fortunate few who are already financially well off. We've all imagined what our retirement could look like, finally stopping work in our mid-60s and indulging in activities like travel, quality time with loved ones, and pursuing our passions. Unfortunately, for the vast majority of middle-class Americans, this dream is slipping out of their grasp. We all yearn for financial security, the ability to enjoy life without constantly worrying about money. However, achieving that goal is becoming increasingly challenging, and for some, it feels downright impossible. Traditionally, families in the US have planned their retirements based on a combination of a pension, social security benefits, and personal savings. This approach is often referred to as the three-legged stool of retirement, as it provides a solid foundation when all three sources of income work together. However, since the year 2000, each of these legs has become unstable, and recent developments have made the outlook even more concerning. It's clear that the landscape of retirement is changing, and it's crucial for individuals to be aware of the challenges they may face. By understanding the current state of the retirement market and taking proactive steps to secure their financial future, individuals can work towards turning their retirement dreams into a reality. The Social Security Trust Fund is facing significant challenges, and its financial health is deteriorating at a faster rate than officials are addressing. Recent data from the National Institute on Retirement Security reveals that the fund will be depleted by 2030, which is a mere 7 years away. Furthermore, the availability of employer-sponsored retirement plans is also declining. Today, only a few private sector workers have access to such plans, and even many public sector pension plans are grappling with severe financial problems. Given the scarcity of pension and the imminent demise of Social Security, we are heading toward a reality where personal savings will become the primary source of income for retirees. This shift from a collective retirement system to one where individuals are expected to fend for themselves is concerning. As highlighted by Stein, the traditional three-legged stool of retirement may soon resemble the Leaning Tower of Pisa. This means that a large portion of the US population is ill-prepared and may never be prepared for retirement. According to estimates by the NIRS, a 65-year-old worker planning for a potential 30-year retirement would need savings of approximately $1.8 million to generate an annual income of $75,000. In contrast, the median retirement savings of Americans aged 55 to 64 is currently zero. Even for upper middle class workers who have had retirement accounts, their average balance is a meager $88,000, which would only provide an annual income of $3,600 in retirement. In other words, they would need a balance 20 times larger than what they currently have. All these facts point to a grim reality. More than 2/3 of income earners approaching retirement age will lack the financial resources to sustain their desired lifestyles during their golden years. They face the potential risk of running out of money in their senior years, especially when considering longer life expectancies resulting from medical advances and lifestyle changes. It's clear that urgent action is needed to address the crumbling state of retirement security in the US. Without comprehensive reforms and a focus on increasing personal savings, the American retirement dream will continue to slip further out of reach for many hardworking individuals. According to the Trans-America Center for Retirement Studies, a significant 69% of retirees in 2023 believe that Social Security will be their main source of income during retirement. The AARP has found that the maximum monthly Social Security benefit for individuals filing a claim in 2023 ranges from $2,109 at age 62 to $3,070 at age 70, with various amounts in between. However, relying solely on Social Security is risky, as it's the only leg of retirement stool that remains unsteady and can collapse at any moment. Personal savings generated through investments or employer-sponsored 401k plans are also facing threats. Rising volatility in financial markets and the potential for a historic stock market crash could put these savings at risk. In fact, the average 401k balance fell by 26.5% in 2022, causing stress and anxiety for those relying on these funds in the future. Unfortunately, only 49% of the workforce contributed to a 401k plan last year, and only 17% had any other type of private retirement plan. The experts at SHRM assesses the retirement situation and finds that 66% of Americans worry about how inflation will impact their ability to save for retirement. The concern is especially high among baby boomers, 74%, and Generation X, 73%. Moreover, due to inflation, 43% of respondents have had to dip into their retirement savings, exacerbating the negative impact of rising living costs. These factors are pushing elderly Americans closer to the edge of poverty. Millennials and Generation Z not only earn less than their parents when adjusting for inflation, but the deteriorating economic landscape means their salaries don't stretch as far. Furthermore, the burden of student debt adds an additional weight on their shoulders, making the prospect for achieving true financial freedom seem utopian. Despite being the most educated generations, the value of their costly degrees doesn't yield the same returns when competing for jobs with equally qualified individuals. Estimates that the United States currently faces a retirement savings gap of $30 trillion, with an annual increase of approximately $3 trillion. This impending retirement crisis is akin to a rapidly approaching tsunami, and its effects are already being felt. Its impact will continue to grow, leaving a flood of elderly Americans in poverty and our country in shambles if we fail to address the problem urgently. Fixing the retirement system alone is not enough. We need comprehensive solutions for our economic and monetary systems as well. With longer working hours and diminishing pay, our consumption decreases, leading to a more vulnerable economy. Monetary policies have devalued our currency, resulting in reduced purchasing power. Jobs no longer provide the same level of compensation as they did for our parents and grandparents, while the cost of essential expenses continues to rise. It often feels like we're trapped in an endless nightmare, unable to see an end to our struggles. However, now more than ever, it's crucial to awaken to the reality of our situation. We need to have open discussions about these issues and work toward viable solutions. We eagerly await your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for watching.